Let's talk about SREI Infrastructure and the numbers that the company delivered. They saw an improvement in their earnings this quarter due to better cost management. Hemant Kanoria, the managing director of the company, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Kanoria, good morning and thank you for joining us. We only have your basic numbers this time around. Can you just tell us what led to the improvement in your profitability by 35% and how did the quarter go by?
Actually, the disbursement basically we have had this particular quarter was about 3,217 crore has been the disbursement. The total operating profit for this quarter was 265 crore compared to 137 crore which was there in the last quarter. And the PAT, profit after tax, is about 63.98 crore compared to 47 crore which was there in the last quarter. So basically there is almost about a jump in the profit by about 35% PAT, PBT about 21%, operating profit about 93%, and the AUM consolidated is about 34,713 crore. And so this is basically what the basic figures are, and that as you see that there has been a jump in the profit not because of anything else, because we have been giving the guidance for some time that this particular financial year the objective of the company would be that various investments that we have, whether it be in debt funds or in equity funds or the equity investments that we have, as the market has started picking up, so we would gradually either exit or dilute those particular stakes so that the profit keeps on coming in, because for the last 4 or 5 years the investments which has been made, it were prudent investments, and we were waiting for the market to pick up. So as the market has started picking up this particular quarter, we have been able to exit out of the Kingfisher loan, so therefore the interest income which has come in to the books. Similarly, this next quarter onwards, as the guidance has already been given that we have telecom tower, roads, power, so whichever sectors that we have stakes in, so we could dilute some of these stakes and get the profits coming in. Besides that,
Mr. Kanoria, if I can squeeze in some questions, sure. How is the bad debt situation? What was the NPA level in the equipment finance and in the non-equipment finance divisions?
See, on the bad debts portion, there has not been a substantial improvement as such, because though we have seen that the mood in the economy has changed and the government has been sending the right kind of signals, but till now the pickup will take some time. So we see that the pickup will start happening from the third or the fourth quarter of this financial year.
So at the moment it stands at what, 4%? Equipment finance?
Yeah, so basically the net NPA stands at about 2% or so. So therefore, in consolidated,
and the gross NPA?
2%. Gross is about 2.98%. So therefore, consolidated. And so the NPA position we see improving only from the third, fourth quarter of this particular financial year. But the NIMs have improved, and that is why we have seen that there has been an increase in the profit.
Mr. Kanoria, in FY14, your number of gross NPA stood at 4.8%. This looks like a huge improvement then, if it is now 2.98. That's a 1 percentage point fall, or 2 percentage points fall.
Yeah, but basically what happens is that once the gross NPA has been provided for, so many of the items are also taken into bad debts and written off, and as we have the recovery, because SREI follows a very prudent accounting norm, so therefore once we see that there may be a strain, so we write off as bad debts, and as we have the recovery, it's not that we don't recover these amounts, we do recover these amounts because it is against equipment financing, so we will repossess the equipment, we resell the equipment, we also have collateral security.
Okay, then let me rephrase the question. What were your fresh slippages in equipment finance and in infra?
Yeah, so the fresh, there has not been a substantial increase, but as I said, that the net NPA is about 2.04%, which was in the first quarter of last financial year, it was about 2.19. So therefore, from that perspective, there has been a very minor improvement in the net NPA position. And the objective would be basically to see that in the next few quarters how the infrastructure projects announcement takes place, as the government has also said that there will be more of EPC contracts which will be given in the road sector. And if that happens, then many of our clients
Mr. Kanoria,
who are in the road construction.
Sure, sorry to interrupt you, but just a couple of more internals that I wanted. You said that you've exited the Kingfisher loans and you have many more strategic investments that you're going to exit because the markets are in a good shape. Can you tell us exactly what your next divestment will be, and within the next 6 months itself, what can we expect, both in terms of quantum and what your, what is the asset that you're looking to sell off?
See, basically, as we have already been giving the guidance that as a Kingfisher loan, we have exited out of that. Similarly, there is the telecom tower and roads that we are planning to do listing of these two investments, so that there may be small dilutions, and also with the listing there will be also a price discovery, that the value of shares which the company is holding, so there will be a market discovery of the pricing.
So when will this listing happen?
The process is on, and just now in the budget, as last month the government has also announced the Infrastructure Investment Trust. So there are various opportunities which are available through listing of the company, Infrastructure Investment Trust, or overseas listing. So there are multiple options, and therefore we are just evaluating all these options. But within this financial year, definitely there would be these kind of dilutions which will take place, which will add to the bottom line.
Mr. Kanoria, what did you mean by exiting the Kingfisher loan? You had United Spirits shares, right? So what money did you make when you say you exited the loan? You sold the shares. Could you keep all the money for yourself? Did you have to give something to the banking consortium?
No, actually, you see that it was the fund which SREI had invested in. There were other investors also in the debt fund, so which had taken the loan on ovation from ICICI Bank, and they were USL shares. So about a month back, the USL shares were sold in the market, and whatever money we got was towards satisfaction of our loan, along with the interest and whatever overdue interest, etc., which we had. And the balance amount has been already put in with the Bangalore High Court as per the directions, which will be available to the banks and other lenders as the court may decide. So the investors who had invested in the debt fund, they have got their money along with the interest, etc.
No, I just wanted to know the amount split. How much could you keep? How much had you to give back?
No, you see, our loan was 430 odd crore. The debt fund invested about 430 odd crores in taking the novation of the loan. So calculation of interest for 2 years, some particular months which was there. So all that amount was first of all kept in, and the balance has been deposited with the High Court.
Okay, you told us that your disbursements this time around were at 3,217 crores. How much of a growth is that on a year-on-year basis, and what could be the disbursement run rate in the next couple of quarters? Anything that you're guiding for?
See, the first quarter, the disbursement has not been higher than compared to the first quarter last year. As a matter of fact, there's a 7% decrease in the disbursement, because first quarter of this financial year has gone into elections and the new government coming in. So as it is during the election time, the disbursement reduces. So therefore, there has been just a very nominal reduction by 7%. But we see from the second quarter onward, it will start picking up. And as I said, that the road minister has very clearly said that large number of EPC contracts will be awarded. So we see a pickup happening in the disbursement in the third and the fourth quarter of this financial year.
All right, Mr. Kanoria, we leave it at that. Thank you for joining us and giving us your view. That's the word coming in from SREI Infrastructure. The stock is up 3% post numbers.